Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the hard-won wisdom of the world's absolute best traders. We're talking about their strategies, their psychology, and the rules they live and die by to actually win in the markets.
$50 million. I mean, just look at that number. It's kind of hard to even wrap your head around, right? Well, this is what one trader managed to turn a stake of less than 30 grand into. This is the dream that pulls so many of us into the game.
And it's so much more than just the money, isn't it? This is the ultimate prize. It's proof of mastery, of discipline, and a sign that you have a deep, fundamental understanding of what actually makes the market tick.
But then, you have this number, 92%. This is the cold, hard slap of reality. According to the people who own the brokerages, this is the percentage of traders who, well, they just don't make it. They lose, they burn out, and they walk away.
So you have this incredible dream on one side and this crushing probability of failure on the other. That massive gap, well, it brings us to the most important question of all. What do the few who actually succeed know that the overwhelming majority don't? Let's find out.
The very first lesson you'll hear from every single master trader is exactly the same. The market, it isn't your biggest enemy. Nope, you are. The real battle you have to fight is internal, long before it's ever external.
I mean, listen to this. This is coming from a guy who literally won a World Cup of trading, and he's admitting it. That need to show off, to prove you're right, to make that one heroic call, that's just pure ego. And it is by far the single biggest account killer there is. Now, this is a quote one trader keeps right on his desk. It's a constant, in-your-face reminder that the brilliant plan you spend weeks building is completely worthless if you just throw it out the window when the pressure's on. And this is what paying the price looks like. That same trader admitted to lighting $60,000 on fire, an entire profitable week, all in a single moment of weakness. And for what? To prove a point. Ego is a very, very expensive teacher. So here they are, your internal enemies: fear and greed, the classics; impatience, that big one; ego; and oh, that deep, desperate need to be right. You know, one pro calls trading an anti-human nature game, and he's absolutely right. You have to consciously fight these instincts every single day just to survive, let alone win. Okay, so once you start to get a handle on those inner demons, the real work begins. It's time to build your edge, your own personal, statistical, unfair advantage over everyone else in the market.
So let's get really clear on what an edge is. It's not some secret indicator you buy online, okay? An edge is a deep, quantifiable understanding of a recurring pattern in the market, one that you can prove works with cold, hard data. It's all about exploiting repeatable human behavior. You see, the actual clicking of the mouse, that's the easy part. The real work, the stuff that's often boring and tedious, is the research, the backtesting, and the data collection you do when the market is closed. That's where the real money is made.
And this is how it's done. It's a process. First, you hypothesize. You start with an idea. Something like, I bet traders who are losing money will panic sell if the stock bounces a little. Then you filter. You narrow it down. Does it work on all stocks or just small caps? What about volume? Step 3, you test it relentlessly until you have precise stats, like, okay, on average, this setup drops 26.4%. And finally, you refine. You never stop tracking the data. That whole process, that's an edge.
But look, having an edge isn't enough. Not even close. You can have the best statistical advantage in the entire world, but it's totally useless without a rigid set of rules to govern how you act and, most importantly, how you manage your risk.
And this is where things get really interesting. Check out this complete contradiction among the elites. On one side, you have legends saying you must cut losses short, no exceptions. On the other, you have a guy who made millions saying he never, ever, ever uses stop losses. So, which is it?
So what gives? Well, the crucial point isn't the tactic itself, it's the principle behind it. You absolutely must control your risk. Whether that's with a hard stop loss or by sizing your position so small you're mentally prepared for it to go to zero, you have to have a non-negotiable plan for risk before you ever click buy.
This very passionate take illustrates another core rule. Know what you own. Do your homework. For this particular trader, if he can't verify that there's a tangible asset behind something, he's out. It's a non-starter.
For you, the principle is exactly the same. Understand your investment on a fundamental level.
This is such a fatal trap, especially for newer traders. It's easy to feel like a genius when everything you buy goes up. But the real test of your rules, your edge, and your psychology, that comes when the market inevitably changes. The pros know this, and it's what keeps them humble.
And that brings us to the final, critical insight. Every master trader understands that this isn't a game you ever actually complete. The learning process is infinite.
You have to forget that 6-month fantasy. True competence in this field is measured in years, even decades. In years 1 to 4, you're just trying to survive. By year 5, you might find some consistency. Year 10, you're hitting mastery. But even after 20 years, you realize the game is never over. You're just surviving your mistakes long enough to learn from them.
And this quote just captures that mindset perfectly. There is no finish line. The moment you get complacent, the moment you think you've figured it all out, the market will be right there to humble you. The real professionals show up every single day with that healthy respect and, yeah, even a little bit of fear.
So ultimately, the path laid out by the world's best traders isn't about finding some magic formula to predict the future. It's a journey of intense self-discovery and discipline. And that's really the final question to ask yourself. Are you ready to conquer the opponent in the mirror?